Good afternoon, everyone. I am Professor Somani. From today onwards, I will take your electronics circuits subject. We are using active and passive elements, resistor, capacitor, inductors. These elements are calling as a passive elements because these are not able to control and amplify flow of electric current. Diode, transistor, FETs, elements are called as active elements because these are capable to control and amplify flow of electric current. Semiconductors are positioned in between conductors and insulator. Conductors, the elements which are able to flow of current, are calling as a conductor, and insulator are not allowing to flow of current. Semiconductor, these are having the properties of insulator as well as the conductors. We are using silicon and germanium mostly as semiconductors because as compared to the other metals like silver, aluminium, as compared to these elements, silicon and germanium are having more capacity, they are having more resistance to the electric current. That's why we are using these elements as a semiconductor. There are two types of semiconductors, p-type and n-type semiconductor. In n-type semiconductor, majority charge carrier are electrons, and in p-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are as a holes. If we take one p-type semiconductor with one n-type of semiconductor, then we are calling this device as a p-n junction diode. There is a one junction in between p-type and n-type semiconductor. Diode is used as a switch in electronics devices. Then we will move to the transistor. Transistor, there are two types of transistor, NPN and PNP. In NPN transistor, one P type of semiconductor is sandwiched in between two N type of semiconductor. In PNP transistor, one N type of semiconductor is sandwiched in between two P type of semiconductor. These transistors are having three terminals: emitter, base and collector. It is used as a switch as well as it can be used as an amplifier. Then we will see about the field effect transistor. Field effect transistor is having three terminals. These are gate, drain and source. FET is a semiconductor device. S, it is an active device and it is a transistor. There are two types of transistors, FET and BJT. BJT is a bijunction transistor and FET is a only unipolar, and it is a here in FET current will flow only because of majority carrier, and in BJT current is flow due to majority as well as the minority carrier. It means FET is a unipolar device and BJT is a two-polar device, bipolar device. There are two types of FET, JFET and the MOSFET. In JFET, as name stands for junction field effect transistor. JFET operates only in a depletion mode, but MOSFET can be operated in depletion as well as enhancement mode. We will see about depletion and enhancement mode in a MOSFET. So, MOSFET is called as a voltage control device. Here, the conductivity of path between two contacts, the source and drain, is controlled by voltage applied to the gate. It means what? FET, we are calling FET as a voltage control device because here we are controlling output current by controlling the input voltage between gate and source terminal. There are two types of FET. There are two types of MOSFET. These are depletion and enhancement mode. In enhancement mode, channel is physically absent, and in depletion mode, channel is physically present and it is a permanent. It means what? In enhancement mode, there is no permanent channel, but we can create channel. How we will create? We will create channel by applying positive gate to source voltage in between gate and source terminal. It means we can create channel by giving positive VGS for N channel MOSFET, and we can create channel for P channel MOSFET by giving negative VGS voltage in between gate and source terminal. You can see the constructions of MOSFET. Here we are seeing N channel MOSFET. We want to see here enhancement MOSFET, in which channel is not physically present. We can create channel by giving input voltage between gate and source terminal. MOSFET is also known as insulated gate FET. It is an active device in which current flowing through it can be controlled by varying applied electric field. It means what? We can control here output current by giving input voltage between gate and source terminal. We are using MOSFET common as compared to the BJT in digital and analog circuits. Since digital circuits can be designed using only MOSFET with no additional resistor and diode, high density VLSI circuits like microprocessor memories can be fabricated by using the MOSFETs. It is because of MOSFET we have calculators in our hand, we are having PC on our table. There are different types of MOSFET. If you guys see, you can see here, these are the symbols for the N channel enhancement MOSFET. If you want to see the symbol for P channel MOSFET, you can see here this arrow will be opposite of the gate terminal. Then we will see the construction of MOSFET. As you can see here two heavily doped N channels are taken. In between two heavily doped N channel, one P type of substrate is taken, and here we are taking outer terminal of substrate as a body, and we are taking here, we can create channel in between two N type of heavily doped semiconductor by giving input voltage between gate to source. If you see here the constructions, due to the three layers here, oxide capacitor we are getting, this oxide capacitor can be calculated as it is the ratio of permittivity with respect to the thickness. The permittivity of free space is a constant and its value is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 14 F per centimeter. Here the length and width of channel is given. These are nothing but the dimensions of the gate, drain and source are given here. The ratio of width and length of channel is called as a aspect ratio. It is very important while designing the MOSFET for different current rating. If we are not applying any external voltage, it means what? If we are not giving any biasing, then this channel will be absent here. This channel will be not created. Unless and until channel is not created, current will not flow between drain and source. This is because the region below the SiO2 works as back-to-back two diodes with cathode common. But as soon as we will give VGS, and if these gate to source voltage will be greater than threshold voltage. So what does mean by threshold voltage? It is the voltage which when applied to the gate, then channel is formed beneath SiO2 layer and ID just starts to flow. It means what? The voltage when we will apply to the gate to source terminal and current will start to flow. That voltage is called as a threshold voltage. Threshold voltage can be abbreviated as VGS, VTH or VT. If we are not giving any input voltage to the gate to source voltage, then the back-to-back diodes prevent current conduction from drain to source. It means what? Current will not flow. The path between drain and source has very high resistance. We can consider this resistance as 10 raised to 12 ohm. Channel for current flow. It means what? Here we have to apply input current. Input current means what? Here we have to apply some gate to source voltage. If source and drain are grounded and we are applying small positive value of VGS, what will happen? VGS repel the free holes from the region of substrate under the gate. These holes are pushed downward into the substrate, leaving behind carrier depletion region. So what does mean by depletion region? If one P type of semiconductor comes in contact with one N type of semiconductor, what will happen? The electrons, the majority carrier of N type semiconductor will goes to the P type semiconductor, and the majority carrier of holes of P type semiconductor will goes to the N type of semiconductor to forms bond. And what will happen there? They will remain there the ion. They will remain there positive and negative charge. That region is called as a depletion region. There is no extra charge carrier. Positive VGS will attract electron from N type of source and drain region into the channel. And when sufficient number of electron accumulate near the surface of substrate under the gate, N region is effect created connecting the source and drain. It means what? Here we will get channel will be created. Gate and channel region of MOSFET form a parallel plate capacitor with oxide layer acting as a capacitor dielectric. As we have seen here, these layers will form oxide capacitor. This oxide capacitor will be calculated as it is the ratio of permittivity with respect to the thickness of oxide. The permittivity means what? The permittivity means it is the ability to store the charges, to store the electric charges. The field controls the amount of charge in the channel, hence it determines the channel conductivity when we will apply VDS. Applying small VDS. 8 we have seen. These are the operation of MOSFET when we are giving small positive value of VGS voltage. When we will apply small value of VDS, the VDS causes current ID to flow through the induced channel. As we have given small VGS voltage, channel is formed for the temporary purpose. And when we are giving the VDS, what will happen? It will happen, current will flow through the induced channel, because when we are applying VGS, at that time there will be channel will get formed and current will start to flow. And when we will give some value of positive VDS, current will start to flow. An NMOS transistor with VGS greater than threshold voltage. Threshold voltage means what? The voltage at which current starts to flow. It means what? The value of gate to source voltage. At the time current starts to flow and channel will get formed. When VGS will be greater than VT and we are applying small value of drain to source voltage, the resistance whose value is here VGS. The channel conductance is proportional to the VGS minus VT, and thus ID is proportional to the VGS minus VT into the VDS. Here we can see these are the characteristics for the MOSFET. When we are giving here input voltage VGS greater than VT and we are giving VDS voltage, at that time you can see here current starts to flow increasingly. Here current is in this region, channel is created, and as VGS is greater than VTH and we are applying VDS, depletion region will get increased and diode D1 will slightly reverse bias. Therefore, here the width of channel, the height of channel will get decreased and decrease in resistance of channel is negligible. Therefore, small value of VDS will give higher amount of output current ID. That's why we are calling this region as a linear region. When we are giving small value of VGS which is greater than VT and we are giving some drain to source voltage, at that time we are getting output current increasingly as in linear. So we are calling this region as a linear region. You can see here output characteristics of the enhancement type MOSFET. You can see here it is showing here triode region, saturation region. In triode region, VDS is higher than its value in a linear region. ID increases in curve with VDS. Since VDS is high, D will more reverse bias and more expansion of depletion region will takes place. Height of channel will further decrease and resistance of channel will further increases. It means what? यहाँ पे डिप्लीशन रीजन जो है उसका विड्थ बढ़ रहा है, हाइट ऑफ चैनल जो है वो डिक्रीज हो रहा है और रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ चैनल जो है इंक्रीज हो रहा है. दैट्स वाई वी आर गेटिंग हियर इंक्रीज इन करंट इज नॉट लीनियर बट इंक्रीज इन करंट इज हियर कांस्टेंट. दैट्स वाई वी आर कॉलिंग दिस रीजन एज अ saturation region. When VGS is greater than VTH and VDS is very small in millivolt, then operation of MOSFET we are seeing this as a linear and we are calling this region as a ohmic region, or we can call this region as a ohmic region, and or we can call this region as a triode region, or we can call this region as a non-saturation region.